Well, hi there, hello. Hi everybody, I am making another Wellbutrin update video because the public has been clamoring for another one. JK, maybe there's been one or two people at the very most, and clamoring is a great big exaggeration. Anyway, I'm week 3 of my Wellbutrin. And I want to give you guys a little update. And, thank you so much. If you're watching these videos, you are the twinkle in my eye. Thank you. You're really making my day. And I really appreciate your support and your likes and your subscription. I know you only can hit that button once, but when you did, it really meant something to me. And so I thank you so much for that. And I've been looking at my YouTube statistics, because now I'm really in it. I'm in it now. I'm a YouTuber. It's official. And I noticed that the average duration that people watch videos is 3 minutes, 48 seconds. And I've been making 9-hour-long videos. So basically what that told me, it's like, Rob, quit your yapping and really can make these really dense, condensed videos. Okay, so I've already talked about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So let's talk Wellbutrin. Okay, so I take 150 milligrams XL. I take it every day in the morning with food. These are the things that I felt. So week 1, I was a manic man. I was bouncing off the walls. Everyone probably thought I was on cocaine or speed or whatever the kids are calling the stimulant drugs now. They probably thought I was on that. But you know what? With that being said, I kind of liked it. I don't know. I kind of liked having all that energy. I would front somersault out of bed and be like, I'm going on a 4-hour hike. True story, without the front somersault part. And so I really was like, this is great. I have so much energy. When one time I was like locked into my bed. So that was week 1. Week 2, it kind of like petered out a little bit. But then it would just come and go. Like sometimes it would be like, ooh, I feel that energy. And then other times it would kind of drop out. But week 2, my sleep was terrible. Week 1, my sleep was really terrible, actually. Week 2, sleep was terrible. Week 3, it's getting better. I was using melatonin week 1 and 2, which was helpful a little bit. But I actually was like, I don't want to keep using melatonin. So I stopped using melatonin for sleep. And I was able to sleep. I actually slept like 6 hours, which I know that sounds terrible. But for me, that's incredible. That's like, oh my gosh. It's like, oh my God, am I okay? But yeah, so I was having pretty good restful sleep for the most part, 6 hours, 6 and some change. So that was a great development. Happened week 3. Another thing I think I talked about in my videos, everyone's favorite word, constipation. So I was feeling kind of like bloated and blah, and I didn't know what to do about it. Everyone says drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fiber, pretend like you're 89 years old and you're just eating prunes and prune juice all the time. So I've been trying to eat fiber. I haven't been drinking water very much. And I really haven't seen too much improvement. It's not the worst, It's not the worst thing. I'm still like kind of regular, TMI, maybe a bowel movement a day. Maybe, but it definitely is not great. And I feel kind of like a little heavier. Next point, weight gain. Am I gaining weight or am I losing weight? So supposing on Wellbutrin, you're supposed to lose weight, and then everyone's like, ooh, sounds great. Who doesn't want to lose weight? And I'm not losing weight. In fact, I think I gained a little weight, and then I went back to baseline. So I haven't had any of the, weight loss features of this drug. But then again, I love to eat. It's like my favorite thing. And when I eat, I'm almost never hungry because I'm just eating constantly. So I don't give my body the chance to get hungry. I just love the taste of food. Who doesn't? So I haven't lost any weight. My general mood, big question. How's my general mood? Well, it's pretty good. I took this drug for, mostly for my depression. I was in a really, really dark place. If you have watched any of my other videos, I highly recommend. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I was like a really, really bad place. Really dark. The worst place I've ever been, mental health wise in my life. Decided to seek some pharmacological help. So I'm on Boostbar, which is a anti-anxiety or anxiolytic drug. and now I'm on Wellbutrin. So do I feel like I am not depressed anymore? No, I think it's still there, but it is, I feel like, quite diminished, you know? So that's great. I think it's probably healthy and helpful to keep your expectations kind of realistic and not just think you're like, oh, I'm going to open the windows and birds are going to be singing and like mice are going to make me a dress for the ball or something. Like I'm not going to have this like Disney princess experience with, unfortunately, with these drugs. But I feel okay. And one of the big things that I was having trouble with was this with anhedonia. So anhedonia, if you don't know it, it's like basically you don't find joy in the things you once found joy in. Like, you don't, your hobbies and the shows that you used to like and people that you used to like to hang out with and all sorts of things, they bring you no joy. So they bring you no joy and you just feel like unmotivated to do anything and you just sit in bed and you're just sad. So that's kind of where I was at. I didn't want to do anything, which was kind of nerve-wracking for me because I'm going back to school and I need to be studying, preparing myself. So did that fix my anhedonia? Yes and no. So I do have a lot of energy now, which is great. But I still feel slightly disconnected from just like enjoying things. But it's definitely better. It's definitely better. So again, like, did this drug just knock all my problems, out of the park, That doesn't make any sense. That's a poor way of phrasing that or analogy. No, it did not. But it did give me a little bit of energy. It gives me a little bit of pep. And I find like on the whole, at work and personally, like I feel a little more connected to things. And, and I have found that there are certain things that I have rekindled my love for. Reading is another thing. I've been reading up a storm, reading voraciously. Right now I'm reading Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. It's like a 600-page book. I'm like, scoff. I scoff at 600-page books. That's nothing. It's like a pamphlet for me now. So it has worked on my anhedonia a little bit, but, in a positive way. One very interesting side effect, there's a little thing called hypersexuality. Kind of embarrassing, but it's very much worth talking about. So a lot of people who take SSRIs, they get sexual dysfunction. And oftentimes their libido just takes a nosedive and they just don't feel like they are interested in sex or intimacy or, anything like that. And for me, or that generally if you're in a depression, you feel that way too. But people who take SSRIs will supplement those SSRIs like Zoloft or with a Wellbutrin, because Wellbutrin kind of works against that aspect of SSRIs and it helps people regain their libido and their, sexual functions again if they were experiencing ED or what is it called? Anorgasmia or whatever, they can't have an orgasm. So it's there to influence your sexual desire. I mean, not as a primary effect, but as a secondary effect, sort of. And so sometimes when you take this drug, Wellbutrin, sometimes your libido is freaking out of this world. I mean, you're just like burning up and you just like, you just have, you're given like you become very, I don't know, aroused. So that's definitely an effect, and a very surprising one, because sometimes it comes out of nowhere. Like sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, oh my God, like my libido is like through the freaking roof. Kind of hard to describe in a way. Maybe you feel like if you're a guy or even a girl, it kind of feels like you're almost like 16 again, and you're like, your hormones are just like pumping, and you just want to like get out there and grind against a thing, either animate or inanimate. And so, yay, nay, I don't know, that could be a good side effect or a bad side effect. This is a 9-minute, I've been talking for 9 minutes. Okay. So week 3, overall, wrapping up the video. I think it's been great. My sleep's been getting better. Still positive effects. I still get a little anxious, but it's not the end of the world. And I think overall it's a net positive. So if you're taking this drug, Just know, in my experience, it's been getting better. And supposedly it only really takes, I think it reaches like max clinical effect or therapeutic levels like week 3, 4, and beyond. So far so good, knock on wood, my favorite thing to do. Knock on wood, knock on wood. And I hope that your experience with it is great. And if you're worried about taking this drug, it's understandable, but sometimes you gotta risk it to get the biscuit, as they say. So, give it a shot. There's not too many side effects coming off the drug. So, if you find you're in a real dire situation, don't give into the stigma of these drugs. Sometimes they really do help, and you deserve that help and support. So good luck to you in your health journey, and I wish you all the best and all the best health. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll try to keep you guys posted on all of my progress or regress or whatever, but hopefully progress. And thanks again for your support. Take care, and I'll see you next time.